Hello. Welcome. Hi, Raiders are also here. Man, my voice sounds weird. What the heck? Welcome Stream Elements, welcome Wallster, welcome Ronmu, welcome Yuko, thank you Matthias for the raid. Welcome Gugu, Gabagool, Go, Gabagool, and Alquanor. What were you up to, Matthias? You're doing Link's Awakening. He's woke. You're telling me Link is woke? He's woken up. He's awake now. Welcome Zoli as well. It is still Christmas. I'm still wearing my Christmas hat because it is Christmas. It will not stop being Christmas until I take off this hat. And it might never. It might be Christmas all year long. What if this is my 2026 thing? It's just Christmas. Yes, this is today's image. It is some kind of thing. I don't know. Anyway, I've just started the stream. I'm going to be continuing my game development. My good old picross game that I've been working on since forever. It's actually been forever. I've been working on this for so long that it's actually... What? Object file is empty? What happened to my git objects? What the frick? GBK, what? Where's my git repo? What the? Have you seen this? Object file is empty? Is this real? Did I break something? Git object file is empty. We'll have to repoll from... Oh, wait, that's my VPN. My VPN is broken for some reason. Welcome, props not Jack. It shouldn't need VPN though. It should just work. Why would it not just work? That's concerning. Indicates that a file in your Git repository is corrupted. Git what? You have to git what dash full? You can't say that. Well, I guess I have to delete the repo. It's fine. I have the permissions. Status, git remote origin. I'll get poll origin. Oh no, man. It's okay. There it is. Unable to read tree. Invalid index pack. Oh, that's concerning. Make sure that I still have it locally. It is still there. I do still have it. It does still exist. Did I eat it? Did you guys eat it? What did you do to my Git repository? I can't believe it. Maybe it was like updating when I was shutting down. Maybe something's broken. Maybe it's Windows. Why would Windows do this? Okay, what if I remove the Git repo? Git rm-rf.git git remote add origin wolfie / gbdk example. Not a git init. Git remote add origin. Git pull origin. There it is. Get up. You're on a branch yet to be born. You check out main. Remove them. Oh my god, what the frig? Your branch main git. What do I git reset. You know, I'm just gonna here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move GDP example. I already did this. You're telling me this has already happened before? Old 2, move old 2, git clone. There we go. GDP example. Okay, and then we move. This was already there. Oh my god, I already did this before. That's there. GBK example old / basil old 2 basil to here. Okay, and then we run the emulator. Welcome JD. There. Okay, that's good. All you gotta do, delete your entire Git repo. That's how you do it. That's the rules of society. Anyway, I don't know why my voice is like this. It's because I went outside yesterday. I had to go to work. Tuesday when I was going to bed, I did not really sleep well. I could not fall asleep for whatever reason. Maybe it's like the fact that I was like starting work and then it's like, you know, stuff like done with vacation, and then my brain was just like, oh, think of all these things I could do. Oh, what about it? What if I did this? And then it was like 6 a.m. and I was still not asleep, and I was like, this is messed up. And then I like fell asleep at like 6:30. I had to wake up at like 8:30. I got like 2 hours of sleep. I actually felt fine most of the day. I feel like I can function pretty well on low amounts of sleep. But last night I slept really well. I went out and got back home, and then I slept, and it was very good. It was very good, and today I work from home, and everything was good. And it reset my emulator settings, bro. Can't believe this. Sleep is important. It is. What the heck is this? New version of Broadcast, NVIDIA Broadcast. Does anyone use that? Do I have to update my NVIDIA Broadcast app? I use this for like noise cancellation when I'm playing Peak. Anyway, check this out. Okay, we're gonna open this up. Is there a way to get this to be pixel perfect? Graphics 4x size, that's good. And then what? And then what have I done? Git ignoring corrupted history? Corrupted? You're telling me my history has been corrupted? Where's my history file? 49, what is this? Where's my, oh, what the heck is this? When did this happen? You guys see this? Delete that. Get that out of here. Okay. GDP example. Not old, but the current one. Okay, so this here. And then, okay, what have I changed? What have I done? Your branch main does not have any commit? What? What's happening? I think I was in the wrong directory. Run. Wonder if Suica would be technically feasible? The Suica game? Yes. I think people have done it. Cause they're just spheres, right? I mean, I don't know. They've done it. I feel like they've done it before. Anyway, what have I done since last time? What have I done? I fixed some issues. I fixed the issue where the left tab indicators were not rendering correctly. I was using the wrong variable. It was actually ly register, not lyc register. I've also renamed the ROM to be .gbc to indicate that it's mainly meant for Game Boy Color, although you can still play it on Game Boy. But you know, usually the extension doesn't matter because the file contents are the same. But some emulators, they'll see if the extension is GBC, they'll default to color mode. If you play a Game Boy Color game with the .gb extension, sometimes they default to monochrome. So I specifically chose this one. And then I think that's all I did. That's all I've done since last time. These are the puzzles I added last stream. And we can confirm. I play these off stream as well. Yesterday on the way home from work, I brought my retro handheld and I solved these puzzles, and they were fairly easy. They were at least like, they weren't too challenging. You know, this one, cool sunglasses, that's there. This one, the pouring. This one was a bit tricky. It was a lot of like 1x1s. But overall, not too bad. This is there. And then this one was the... What was this one? This one was the Animal Crossing leaf. That's right, there it is. The AC leaf. So we really have 2 more puzzles. 2 more puzzles until we're done with all the puzzles in the game. That's right. Soon, the only things left will be minor changes. Wait, there's a peak update. Oh, they've removed some things from peak. Let's resume the peak update. Let's update peak right now. Live on stream. I played for 69 hours. Has anyone else played for 69 hours? Anyone else out there playing peak? For dozens of hours. Anyway, what will my last 2 puzzles be? That's the question. Although they are the last 2 puzzles at the moment, I will probably reorder some of them just to make sure that we don't have like too many difficult puzzles next to each other. We don't have too many like puzzles that require contradiction strats right after each other. And I have played them all off stream, so I do have a sense of like which ones are harder based on timing. There were some that I thought were hard, but it was only because I didn't notice something. You know, that you have like a number that's like 4 and I should cross that out. I didn't even pay attention, so sometimes those take longer. But overall, not too bad. If I consult my list of puzzles, let's see, Wolfie's nonograms. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 9 puzzles at the moment, which require contradiction strats. And there was a pretty hard 10 by 10 puzzle. There's the rabbit puzzle required contradiction strats as a 10 by 10, which I feel like is pretty rare. Usually if you see contradiction strats in a puzzle, it's like a 15 by 15 or 20 by 20. But the rabbit one, or maybe I was just missing something. I don't know. There's probably some stuff there. And the musical keyboard one was also surprisingly challenging. Maybe not surprisingly, if you think about it, because reasons. Welcome, Last Tabaka. Which one? Where was the musical keyboard? Oh, this one. Sorry, this is not the musical, but this one is really hard. If you try to solve this off stream, or I guess even on stream, I don't know. There's like a lot of things, a lot of small things to consider. And then okay, so the rabbit puzzle, which was one of the 10 by 10s. It was this one. This one, maybe I just didn't do it right. What if I just try to solve this right now? Did I just not do it right? Puzzle number 33. This one was pretty hard. It didn't take a long time, but it was pretty tricky. Let's see, puzzle 33. Right, look at all these small numbers. That's what makes it difficult. You got the 1 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This goes this way, cross those off. And then you're like, then what do I do? What do I even do? There's so many small numbers. 2 and then 4 goes here. So that's right there, right? And then, you know, these can't be there. But then you're like, wow, then what do I do? Look at all these numbers, right? These numbers, what about 1, 3, 1, 1? You got the 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. 3 goes there. You got this one crossed off. And then you're like, oh man, now what do I do? Now there's like nothing. There's like nothing that I could possibly do. Welcome, Hamflow. What about the 2? 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 1. You see, that's barely even there. That doesn't even make it. Then you're like, then what? Then it's gotta be this 2, right? Because otherwise you can't fit 3 2s down here. But you could fit these here, right? Then you got this one and this one. So this one must be here, right? Is that true? What is contradiction strats? It's when you have no other options and then you have to be like, wait, before I answer that, let me it's when you have no other options. You have to like guess and be like, okay, this could be here, and then if this is here, then that means this has to be here, this has to be here, and then it's like, oh wait, but this is not possible because this has to be a 1, so you can say this cannot possibly be here. I don't know if that's the official term for it. It's probably a description on the official Wikipedia. Contradictions. Yeah, it's called contradiction strats. Advanced reasoning. When all simple methods are exhausted, searching contradictions may help. It is wise to use the pencil to facilitate corrections. But yeah, okay, so like assuming this is here, right? This has to be this, and then this has to be here, and that can't be there. Then this one must be here. Then the 3 can't be there. This one, it's there. Got the 2. This is here. That's got to be a 3. Okay, maybe it's not that hard. Maybe I was just mistaken. I only really use contradiction for edges. Yes, it is most often used for edges. Then this can't be here, and then this must be a 2, and then this, but then this is the part that's like, then what do you do? I believe this is where the hard part starts, because you've done all this on the bottom, but then now it's like, okay, what about this 1 1 1 2? Oh, because now the 2 can be here. 1 1 1 2, right? Then the 2 must be here. Then this can't be here. Then the 4 can't be there. 1 2 3 4. It's got to be there. Then this is a 3, and that's crossed off. And then it's like, then what do I do, right? Now what? Well, I could have the 1s here. So there's got to be 1s here, given the fact that you can only have 1 of the 1s here. The other 2 must be here. So this can't be here. The 3 has to go up. This can't be here. That can't be there. This can't be here. And then the 4 is got to go this way. Then you got the 3, right? The 3 is right. Then the 2 is over here. And then the 2 is here. And then what? And then that's when you are led to wonder. This can't be here because the 3 is done. Then this one must be here. This one's gotta be this, right? It's gotta be. It's gotta be a 1. And then this is, sorry, this is here. This can't be here. This one's gotta be there. Okay, maybe it's not hard. Maybe I was just mistaken. It's actually not that tricky. So this 2 must be here. Then this can't be there. Get the 2 and the 1, so that can't be there. This can't be there. It's got to be a 2. It's there. Okay, okay, never mind. I was wrong. It's actually kind of easy. Let me put that in my notes. Rabbit is really hard. No, it's not. It took 3 minutes and 18 seconds. All right, so that's good. I was considering changing this, but I just did not consider. It can be. It's like a little bit tricky. It could be. Anyway, it's surprisingly fun to play this. It's like I've made this game, and it's like the controls feel so natural to me. The only exception is the fact that you have to use like select to mark like maybes, but that's only because the Game Boy doesn't have more buttons. It would be nice, you know, like how in Kimono Friends Picross in the later Jupiter games, you could hold like the left button or right button, bumpers, triggers, or whatever, to like count for you. Because like I've been doing like, you know, you gotta be like, oh, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and it's, okay, so that's 7, and then down here it's like 3, right? And then in those Picross games, you could just hold down the button. It would show a number that tells you how many spaces you are, and then you can go up and it'd be like, oh, that's 6 spaces right there. Yeah, 6 7, 6 7. But yeah, it's cool. It's pretty nice. Picross can be fun. It's fun, but it's more like my implementation of it works in ways that I like. What I don't like though is the fact that now, since you have to like mark stuff off manually, you can't like wrap around from here down here. You have to like go up, and it's a bit weird to me, right? I'm over here now. I have to like hold down to go down there, or I could like go all the way up. But it's like that's a bit unnatural to me. Then I'm like, what if I made it a setting? What would I call this setting? It'd be like wrap on, wrap off, wrap grid. Maybe if you turn wrap grid on, it just like goes from here to there. If you have it wrap on, it'll go from here to there. If you have wrap off, then it'll just stay. It'll just like stay here and not wrap around. There's some options, you know, and not even everyone. Maybe some people don't even want to mark things. Logi-Art doesn't let you gray off numbers manually. It does have an automatic gray out. Yeah, that's the more recent Jupiter games. The marking stuff off is really like a Mario's Picross thing. Mario's Super Picross. And also Picross 2 and Pokemon Picross on the Game Boy. Those require you to manually mark stuff off. And I feel like that's because the Game Boy is not powerful enough to, like, every single time you mark something, compute whether something should be marked off. Like, if it did all those calculations, like, every time, it would be pretty slow. On more modern hardware, it's not an issue, because it's pretty fast. But especially because the Game Boy cannot do a lot of math. It doesn't have... I guess you don't really need division or multiplication, but it would be fairly complex. And I do feel like making it so that you have to mark stuff off manually does make puzzles a bit harder. It's like a lot of times you'll like mark something like, you know, this will be like a 6. And then you have to like remember. You're like, oh right, that's a 6. And then you do this. Sometimes if you have to do it yourself, if it's done automatically, it's just like, okay, so that's already done. I don't even need to, then I could just mark this off. But then usually I'll do this and then be like, oh, there's like, what do I do with this? And then I'm like, oh shoot, look at that, there's a 6 is right there. Stuff like that. Anyway, it's fun. It's been fun playing this. I'm kind of sad that I'm done with it though. Done with the puzzles. Because like it's been fun just playing this off stream. I've done all the levels. Looking at you move the cursor makes me think you cannot mark diagonals. I specifically made sure that you can only mark diagonals after you have let go of a button. So if you hold, you see that it went down and then it started going. If you hold down the button and then you hold the direction, it will fix you to that direction until you hit a wall, or if you let go of that button. So yes, it was very much considered. I thought of everything. I copied the logic from a real picross game. I know. And we also copied the logic for like when things should be cleared. So like, this thing doesn't overwrite this thing. And the X's don't overwrite this stuff, but it does overwrite the maybes. Clearing this off will clear everything off. This will not overwrite X's. This will not overwrite these. If you try to mark maybe on something that's already marked, it does nothing. Try to do this, it does nothing. But this does work with this. There's things. Automatically marking off a Game Boy feels like one of those things John Carmack would figure out. You can probably do it. It's probably not like that computationally expensive. It's just I would rather not. Maybe if I make Wolfie's Picross 2, which I do kind of want to do. There are some things, like I wrote this in C. It uses the GDBK C library. And I was like, it would be cool to learn assembly. Actually, this was, I mentioned this at work even. At work, we had like social time questions where it's like, oh yeah, what was your highlights of 2025? What would you like to do in 2026? Things like that. I was like, 2025, I started developing games, and I thought that was cool. And then 2026, what if I learned Game Boy assembly? Or I got my game on a real cartridge? Like, what if I did that? Because I feel like some things, there are some things about the C library that I don't like. A lot of things are abstracted from you, but like when you're like drawing stuff to VRAM, you kind of need performance to be good. Which is kind of weird to say about a Picross game, because like Picross is one of the least computationally intensive things you would think. But due to the fact that everything's on like a 6x6 tile instead of 8x8, you have to do a lot of weird stuff. Like drawing these numbers is a bit slow. You'll see like a little bit of flickering. When you're done with the puzzle, like note that this takes a while to render. Which is actually coincidental, because like when it plays the victory BGM, like when it goes from this to the solve version, this actually lines up perfectly with the music, which was a happy accident. You could always add 150 more puzzles, yeah, but I don't want to do that. Then I'd have to commit to more puzzles. But yeah, maybe Wolfie's Picross 2, maybe I'll rewrite this in assembly, and then I can have exact control, and then everyone will go, whoa, it's so smooth, even though it literally doesn't matter for the Game Boy. Welcome, Nano Lather. and then maybe it'll actually play right on emulators that suck. Because, you know, this emulator's good. A lot of emulators I've tried are good. But we did try some where, like, the audio's messed up. Sometimes it flickers. It's because the timing is a bit weird. It's not, like, so precise. Yeah, Wolfie Super... No, because that would need to be on the SNES. I would like to do another Game Boy game. And I think that would be cool. Emulators can be a mixed bag, yeah. But I mean, the ones that I've tried are good. This one's good. Picross DX. It'll be Picross 2. Picross 2. Apparently, yeah, GBA games are apparently easier to make. It's like, you can actually write those in Rust pretty easily. But I like the Game Boy. I like the regular Game Boy. What other genre of game would you be interested in? See, that's also a thing. I need to decide what I'm making after this, because this is very close to being done. It's like 95% done, maybe. All I really need left to do is just minor adjustments. Things that I would like to do in this game. At the moment, there's no way to delete your save data. Like, obviously, if you're playing on an emulator, you can just delete the save file. But if you were to play this on a real cartridge, you cannot delete the data. So I would like to maybe add a settings menu. And it's like, are you sure? And it will not just be, are you sure, press X, or like press A. It'll be like, are you sure, press A, B, and select. Just to make sure that you really want to delete it. Because I think some games do that. Final Fantasy, I feel like RPGs are like a big investment. Because you gotta like have a story. Gotta have stats. I could finish Op Ratlow. That is true. I can make Op Ratlow for the Game Boy. That's a possibility. Maybe I do that. Maybe that's what I want to do. Op Ratlow for the Game Boy. Yes, perhaps on the Game Boy Color, because you would need color. Otherwise, it'd be a bit weird. A Game Boy Color specific thing. That's there. Wait, there's some flickering. Do you see this? Flickering? These things? I gotta fix that. Okay. Notes. Fix. Flickering. Of top sprites when page changes. So like I fixed the flickering of these things, but not at the top. Like look at this. Sometimes you see that? It flickered for like a brief millisecond. You couldn't see it. Just pay close. You see that? Do you see that? Are you seeing this? It's definitely happening. Right there. These sprites are definitely flickering. Sometimes. Not always. Sometimes. There. It happened like 5 times. You don't see it? Okay, maybe it's because of, maybe it doesn't capture it at 60 FPS. What if I slow it down? What if we slow down the speed to be decrease throttle? How do you decrease throttle? Speed decrease control page down. Okay, so we're running at like 50%, right? Sometimes if you look up here, sometimes, okay, it's like, it's very rare. Very rare. Right there, you see that? I did see it, right? Wow. It happened multiple times there. Me when I talk about a cat. That cat's very rare. Speed, throttle 100. Rare. Rare. Anyway, what else do I want to do? There's some other things to do in this game. BGM switch, sounds, music. I did consider, at the start of this game, I did consider question mark mode. Mario Super Picross had this nice thing called question mark mode, where you could enter like a temporary state. You can mark off stuff in different colors. And then commit is like a different branch. You can commit stuff. And like no other Jupiter Picross game added that afterwards, which was a bit weird because it was a nice feature. I did not implement it for this because it would have been effort. But maybe if I make Wolfie's Picross 2, we could have that. I feel like I also didn't design it that way because I assumed this would be a Game Boy monochrome game. It wasn't until later that I was like, oh, this should be in color. It would be nice if this was in color. Welcome, Panis. But yeah, question mark mode really kind of requires color, because otherwise you can't really distinguish which ones are marked off. The Game Boy Color can do color, yes. That is literally in the name. Oh, I might also need a tutorial. This is the thing though, do I really need a tutorial? If people are gonna be downloading a homebrew Picross Nonograms game on the Game Boy, they presumably know how to play already, because otherwise they're like, well, look at this, surely this is fun, and then they start and it's like, what is this? Yo, most people already know. It does though. Taiyaki Museum, it does. Maybe the version you played didn't. It definitely does. Conclude the readme. No, it literally does. It's literally on the main menu. An Nonogram is a puzzle. Blah blah blah. You do this. You solve it. Yeah, I did consider having a link to the Wikipedia article. It's like I could also just like make one. But it feels like so much things. Just copy. No, I can't just copy theirs. That's intellectual property theft. Are nonograms like the nonary games? I don't even know what that is. It's a game where you solve numbers on grids. Things you make an image based on clues. Yeah, link. It could be a QR code. Could have a QR code to the Wikipedia article. But what if Wikipedia dies someday? What if someone plays this 300 years from now and Wikipedia has ceased to exist? How many does Jupiter? No, Jupiter does include tutorials because that's like a standard game, you know? Anyway, that's one thing I could consider, tutorial. One thing that I think Mario's Picross has on the Game Boy is a save and quit mode. It's like if you're solving a puzzle, you don't have to quit. You can save, and then it'll bring you back to the main menu. And then when you press start, it'll load you up where you were, so you can just like resume from there. I don't know, like if I should have that. I feel like it wouldn't be too hard to implement, but it's like, do I really want to? I mean, like an interactive tutorial where it's like fill in the row. Pre-made screens wouldn't be too much work. Yeah, but I need to like decide how to phrase things, what I should include. Because my puzzles do require contradiction strats, I'm like, do I really? Because like they would need to know. I would need to like put a note somewhere that like, hey, by the way, some of these puzzles do require contradictions. Save and quit mode would be good. I mean, because like I played my puzzles, and many of them had. Most of them are less than 10 minutes. Well, maybe, you know, maybe people that don't have the skills that I do, maybe it could take them 20 minutes. You know, okay, that's a good idea. If people have various skill levels, I really should have a save and quit. Someone made a Wikipedia browser Game Boy cart, but it has an ESP32. They're cheating. Wikipedia browser Game Boy. Is that real? Is this even real? Tell me they have internet access on the Game Boy. Reddit browser. How could they do this? How could they do that? Is this AI generated? Every time I see this cat looks like it's AI generated. I donated to Wikipedia one time. They emailed me multiple times a month. Yeah, I did that once too. Every time Jimmy Wales is like, hey, we need you to save Wikipedia. We need it. How many puzzles require contradictions? Would it be to fix them? A lot of effort to fix them so they don't. But you do want some that require contradictions though. Because I feel like it makes it more interesting. Like some people are like, oh, you can't have contradiction strats. That's heresy. But literally, Jupiter's Picross games have them, and they add some well-needed challenge. The problem with Miku's Picross, it had no contradiction strats. Everything was really straightforward. It was too easy. This one, we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 puzzles that might require contradictions. It could also be that I did them wrong, like when I was solving this this rabbit one. The first time I solved it, I was like, this requires contradictions, but I just didn't notice some things. It could be that some of the ones that I thought required contradictions actually don't. Like the taco one. The ones that required contradictions. Taco. What if they're marked with the hard mode? A notifier? No, because I feel like then that would kind of spoil the fact that you need contradiction strats though, right? Because it's like, you know, I don't know. I'm just going to distribute them to make sure that I don't have more than one per page that requires contradictions. And then maybe like I'll put the hardest contradiction as the last puzzle, which at the moment is the sketchbook one. Yeah, there's options. There's things to consider. And like, since I've played them myself, I know relatively what their difficulties are. Picross game with the final boss fight. What if we had a Picross RPG? I guess that's kind of what the Taiyaki fish game is. Anyway, other things that I have in my notes. Oh, something for completing all the puzzles. Because like this is a rare thing, because like it only really happens once per game, and like people often, you know, it takes a long time. It would be disappointing if you finish every puzzle and there was no, not even like a congrats you finished it. Like I know in Jupiter's Picross games they don't do much. They just give you like a pop-up that's like, hey, congrats, you've done it. And like I feel like that's enough. It was something like that would be good. Maybe I have like an extra tab at the bottom, like after the last page. It says congrats. Maybe like on the home screen, it's like a party hat. Maybe, I don't know. Some things to consider. Another possibility, which I don't know if is that important, is a quick page switch button. At the moment, if you want to switch pages, you have to go to the bottom. But like I feel like this is fast enough that it doesn't really matter. Like how often are you like, oh, I'm at the last page, I'm gonna go to the first page, right? Maybe not that often. I also just noticed some flickering right there. But it's like, what if you could go to the left and then it would focus on one of these and then you could just press up and down to switch pages immediately. It would be peak if you thank the player for playing. Thank you for playing my game. When you complete every puzzle, it unlocks a secret entire second game. That's what, is this spoilers? That's what another game does. Another Picross game that I've played, if you beat every level, you think you're done. There's actually more. There's actually so much more. I don't think I ever finished that game. Well, if you gets notified upon completions. Oh, what if when you finish the game, there is a URL or like a QR code. It leads you to a page where you can post that you finished the game. And then you would just have people say, whoa, what the? I finished the game. It's like, what's the game called? Getting Over It? Right at the very end, there's like a chat room or something. It's like, if you're streaming this, turn this off. Oh wait, but what if someone streams this? What if someone streams it and they're not aware that like a URL shows up? And then everyone goes to the URL, even though they didn't finish the game. You can't do that. After you win, you get a pixel art image of Wolfie and the 150 fish. Yeah, what would be my reward? What would I even show? It's like a little illustration. Thank you. Thank you for playing my game. It's like Mario 64. They're like on the top of the cake or something. I'll stream it. I'll stream it. I'm streaming it right now. And then what if I put this on retro achievements? You know, retro achievements, they got achievements for retro games. If I did that. I know the Taiyaki game has retro achievements. But those are usually done by like third party. Someone's like, I want to put this on retro achievements. And then they reverse engineer the save format and do all this stuff. Anyway, other ideas. Don't pause animation when leaving this screen. You'll note now he's walking. When you go to the next screen, he stops. It's a very minor thing that probably doesn't matter, but it would be nice if he continued walking. It'd be kind of nice. And also, like when you enter the screen, he's like, he doesn't walk until it's fully faded in. Continues walking. And maybe, okay, maybe some other stuff. What do you walks off screen? Can't do that. You can't walk off the page. He's on the page. I guess you mean like he goes through this thing. I don't know. I was thinking of like some other stuff. Like just walking is kind of boring. What if like sometimes he sits down? Maybe that's too much. And also like what if I put him here? Because that's the thing. He's only really in this screen, in the title screen, and like people are not going to spend time on the title screen, right? This is just going to be like you start the game, bam. What if we had Wolfie down here? He's walking. He's wolfing there. And then maybe depending on like when you move pages, he can walk. Maybe when you move to the left, he can, I don't know, look around. I don't know. Many things to consider. Oh, also showing a version number somewhere. I think that's not really a thing that happens on the Game Boy because, you know, once a cartridge is released, it's like it's there forever. And I feel like if I'm distributing this digitally and I have to like make a patch, maybe like in the credits I can have like this is version 1 point whatever. I think that would be important. Secret game you unlock is the port of VSQ. No, that'll be its own thing. That will be its own thing. Anyway, I think that is all. That is all of the stuff that I have in my notes. I did have a note that maybe I don't hide the numbers when you pause. Like at the moment, we hide the numbers. And I did this because Mario's Picross does it, Mario Super Picross does it. I believe all of Jupiter's games do it. I feel like it makes sense, right? But then it's like, is anyone really going to cheat? They're going to be like, I'm going to pause the game so the timer stops, and then I can be like, oh, actually the 6 should be there. Because like the thing about not showing the numbers is that when you change the color scheme, you don't really get a sense of like what this looks like. You're like, what does this look like? You don't know. You have no idea. What if you set the color and you're like, oh, I hate that this is so... See, look, this doesn't even look high contrast enough, right? I should probably adjust that. It's pretty low contrast. Put that in my notes. Color 4 has low contrast for numbers. Numbers. And then, like, you know, because you can't see the numbers, it's hard to tell. It's hard even to know whether the color scheme is good. The colors are even satisfactory. I guess it's fine. It's not that big a deal. You know, maybe I won't do it. What if someone cheats? What if someone changes the numbers? They pause to get a fast time. You can't do that. It's cheating. Anyway, that's all the notes I had. Last 2 puzzles. Let's work on the last 2 puzzles. New frame. What if I removed some puzzles? What if I removed some of these. No. Alright, what will the last two puzzles be? Things that I have on my list of ideas. Hatsune Miku. Maybe I don't add Miku. Would I add Miku to my game? Would I want to add Hatsune Miku? Would they sue me for this? Twin tail leak. What about a Miku reference that's not obviously Miku? They wouldn't. Yeah, they wouldn't care. But it's like, what if they do? Well, I mean, for them to know, they would have to play the game. They would have to like. They would have to be there. Worst case, you buy a copy of Vocaloid. What if they sued me? I mean, they wouldn't. They would not do that. What's like a Miku reference that is not obviously Miku? Leak, twin tail. Maybe you just call it twin tailed musician. Twin tailed robot musician. I have the legal right. Do I? I guess there are Miku fan games, right? Miku fan games. Are there any? Probably not. Are they? They're like distributed independently. Miku side, Mesmerizer, Miku fan games and mods. But like, what if I want to sell like a cartridge? You know, what if people are like, wealthy? I would like to purchase your game on a real Nintendo Game Boy cartridge. Miku design is CC3, is it? Is Hatsune Miku free to use? Copyright. Purchasing is a problem. pfpro.net, EN for creators. Legal implications. CC3 non-commercial. pfpro.net/EN for creators. Yeah, like I know, I saw it. Creative Commons. CC by NC. Wait, NC non-commercial. They support open creative activities for creators all over the world. They apply not only to illustrations, but music and others. Krypton's characters are not. So the 3D models are not licensed, but that's fine. Is that original illustration? Well, I mean, like this, you can't just use this image. I feel like if you draw it yourself, that's fine, but you can't just use this image, which I'm not because I'm drawing it myself. Subject to the terms, you license to copy, adapt, distribute, and transmit illustrations for non-commercial use. You can use this image. These licenses only apply to original illustrations, not illustrations, and these are not licensed. That's kind of confusing. These licenses only apply to these, and these are not licensed, unless noted. Existing artworks. Can I use music? What if I use characters? AI, A1? What is A1? Q1. You can use the characters without further permission, as long as you comply. And CC by NC. Non-commercial though. For non-commercial use. So if I ever want to sell a physical cartridge, I would not be allowed to have Miku. Like, do I want to be prevented from selling physical cartridges? Maybe there's a demand for it. A3. It's non-commercial. You can use them if neither of these applies. If you don't use them for business purpose, you will not receive money in compensation for the usage. Groove Coaster has pixel sprites of Miku. You can't just copy Groove Coaster. That's its own thing. Receive money. Characters. You have to add a copyright notice. I'll need to add CC by NC. Permits you to copy. It must be. Maybe I don't add Miku. I don't want to be prevented from selling a cartridge, you know? It's like you could just put it on Homebrew Factory. You could literally just go. You could literally just list your own game on Homebrew Factory. Q3 implies that you can, but I will receive money in compensation. Or someone will. If I price the cartridges such that I don't make money, but these people make money, I think they would not be allowed to receive money in compensation for the usage. Do I really? Do I really what? Teto? I could add Teto, but I feel like Teto has not really been so relevant to me specifically. Like, I feel like I've not really been a big fan of Teto's music. I mean, I know she's not the one making the music, but like a lot of songs, you know, Miku has been part of my life. Gumi has been part of my life. Teto, not so much. Not so much. Although I guess a lot of these puzzles are not really like is a windmill really significant to my life? Not really. He's like, I guess ramen kind of. It's like a flower. That relevant? Is a lighthouse? Do I really have any like deep connections to a lighthouse? Not really. Okay, maybe I do add Teto. Kasane, Teto, copyright. He's free. Protected by copyright. Just add a leak. But that would be such an easy puzzle though. That's the thing, it's such an easy puzzle. Copyright. What's her copyright? I would expect Miku copyright to be easier. No, the copyright is literally here. You cannot receive money in compensation. Non-leak is spinning. Contact Krypton. Commercial use. Can I use music? Can I allow other people to use works? But in compensation for the usage is not what you're doing. Well, you're saying like you're being paid to use a character. I believe this is just, I mean, this would count for any business purpose, right? You're focusing on this thing, but business purpose implies you make any sort of money from it, right? It's like, although they're not the main selling point. Do I have Toho puzzles? I think Toho is fine. People are allowed to sell Toho stuff. Zun is pretty adamant about that kind of stuff. You can literally sell games on Steam that have Toho in it. That's fine. It's not even necessarily even. It's just Bad Apple. I feel like I feel like the Bad Apple one is like. People have their own Bad Apple stuff. A lot of things for Bad Apple. I think that one's totally fine. Anyway, really though, maybe I don't add Miku. Maybe Miku is too corpo for me, specifically. And like, honestly, it probably doesn't even matter. The chances that they'll care is like 0. They'll see it, they'll be, oh, that's kind of cool. But really though, what if I just don't add Miku? Do I want to add Teto? I don't know. Do I even want to add Teto? I could. If not for me, then for people that are playing the game. Because maybe someone's like, whoa, what the frick, Teto's in here? Oh my god, I understand that. I know who that is. That freaking Vocaloid. But it's not Vocaloid. That's the thing. It's not Vocaloid. Some people think Teto is Vocaloid. She is not Vocaloid. She's totally distinct. She's different. can't believe that people would be confused. But understandably confused. Alright, so it's like, what does Tato look like? You got like a hair, it's like over here. Got another one. You have the other drill on this side. Bam. There it is. There's Tato. You have the top of the head. It's right there. You have the other drill. Anyway. It's Wednesday. Y'all, it is Wednesday. It is Wednesday, my dudes. Out here, Wednesdaying. Out here living the life on Wednesday. That's right. It's Wednesday. What if half is Tato, half is Miku? That would be weird. That would be too strange. I think it would be an abomination. It would be messed up to even consider this as a possibility. A chimera? I don't think so. Alright, it's like... There, it's like this, right? And then you have the other one. The other one must be similar but different. Like this, perhaps. And then what? That's Tato. That's Tato right there. Then you make this one this color. So that's obvious. So that it is obvious, and then this one's in shadow, like right there. And everyone knows. No one will be confused. They'll see this, they'll be like, that's Tato right there. If I've ever seen Tato, that in fact is her right there. Anyway, Twitch is running ads. I'm gonna drink some water. Alright. Do I have any favorite vocal synth producers? I was a big fan of Deco Nina back in the day. Now he's so mainstream that I'm like, I can't believe this guy. His music has changed. It's not the same anymore. It's so pop now. But other ones, other Vocaloid / other music producers, if you had asked me this years ago, I might have had an answer. But now I'm like, who even? Rio Supercell? That guy was pretty cool. A lot of good Supercell songs. Others, perhaps, other creators. Vocaloid, okay, Vocaloid producers. That died? No, just producers. Category producer. Which one of these people do I know? Oh yeah, Sasakure was pretty good. Which one of these do I listen to? Kikuo Concert. 40 MPS of my songs. Any of these other people? T Hangnail? I don't know if I know their songs. Did Chanko make music? I thought they were just an illustrator. Okay, yeah, I thought so they didn't make songs, they're an illustrator. There's a lot of people on here. Chanko is good. I have their autograph in my sketchbook. It's real. I have a photo of it. Let's see. Who else? Can they sort this by like most well-known? Sort this by popular? Giga has some good ones. Ryoki, I've not heard of them. Gyari's pretty good. Halioshi is a singer, isn't this? He's a singer. Did he make his own songs? I thought he just covered songs. Didn't Honeyworks make some Vocaloid songs before they got really popular? There's some people. Surely there's more people than this. Wowaka is pretty good. There's others, you know, there's songs. Adiolo, why is Adiolo? I thought this was an illustrator. It is, okay. Why are they listing illustrators on here? Producer? Would making art for songs count you as a producer? There are many singers that did Vocaloid songs. There are so many. Hachi. Oh, Junkie did some songs that I've known of, such as, oh yeah, I don't remember this one. Bunch of songs, a lot of songs out here. Anyway, I don't know. That's several people. I've listed several people. And here's Teto. Alright, what does Teto's outfit look like? It's like this. Arms. She has arms. As many creatures do, she has arms. But not like weapons, you know? Sometimes you think of arms, you think of weapons, the right to bear arms. But this is not that. It's a different... It looks like Miku, but legally distinct. For legal reasons, it's different. Bears have no arms. The right to bear arms. What about the left to bear arms? What about the V to bear arms? V to bear. Red Miku. Hey, it is distinct. She's different. Somehow. Didn't Teto start as a joke? Some might even say that she is a joke. That she was always a joke. But now, no one's laughing because she's not funny. Because she's real. She's too real, and you can't laugh at things that are real. Only fake things. Real things, no. Fake things, yes. I like some of the Western producers like Flavor Foley and Kira. Oh, what about Sawtown? Sawtown, pretty good. Miku Miku Beam, and that Fujoshi song. I got back to my desk. Sorry if you just went over that I was refilling my water. I believe I have the flu. You are dying. I hope you can stop dying soon. That is unfortunate. And I hope everything is good. And that you recover soon. I hope it's good. Okay, how do you draw Teto? She has like this, but it kind of looks like she has like a suit then. And then like how do you even, it's like this? And then you have this. Like that. Maybe Sawtown. I sure hope so. Yeah, Sawtown D's. Haha. Got him. Can't believe you fell for that one. It was so obvious that you've fallen. You've fallen for my trick. Wolfie's trick. There it is. Alright. What if it was like this? Could this even be discerned as being Teto though? I feel like it doesn't. And like there's things that don't look like her. I mean, like, this is good enough, right? This surely is close enough. Need to color it? You can't though. You can't color it. It has to be monochrome. Okay, what if this was actually there? And this was like this, and then you had this in there. I think this is discernible. The only thing is that Teto does have like an ahoge at the top, but like you don't have room for that. Could you add a note? Well, it's gonna be in the solution. When the puzzle is revealed, you'll know that it's her. We will know. We will all know. I'll know. You'll know. We'll all know. Everyone knows. Alright. What if the eyes were 2 pixels instead of simply 1? And then what if the hair, the outline, was more like this? What if then the inner hair was like this color? This is the thing that happens in pixel art. The inner line work sometimes is a lighter color, like this, something like this, like that. Or maybe not. Maybe this is fine. I think that looks fine. But then what if this? Or what if we didn't need this line, and rather this one was this color? And now what? Now you're like, whoa. Now what if it was like this? Whoa, that looks better, maybe. What if it was like that? Doesn't this immediately already look better? I think so. What if also this was like this? Welcome, a green blob code. Oh, and then what if we had like a music note? So that you know she's musically inclined. That's right. The music note right there. There it is. Alright, what's another Teto detail I could include? With the letter T. That's too much. We're doing too much here. Alright, is this solvable as a puzzle? Puzzle. Where's puzzle.png? What the heck? Assets. Oh, because it's not there, because it's now in a different. We're gonna copy GBDK example old 2 assets puzzle.png to assets. Alright. puzzle.png. There's Tattoo. I feel like this one pixel here might be a problem. It's probably fine though. Nonogram maker. Does anyone even known a gram? Alright, so this is not. What if I did this? Okay, what if we can add one pixel, which makes that solvable? And that is totally fine. Graham Norton, Graham Masala, Garam Masala. All right, so that what if it was more interesting? What if one of her hands was actually out? Like not just at her side, but like out here. As people do, as they're out there singing their song, their hand is sometimes up. Sometimes, maybe this is fine. Perhaps this is fine. Yes, that is also fine. That's good. Alright, new tag. Asane Tattoo. But what if this eye, what if the eye had two shades? What if one maybe the bottom side, maybe it's like this. Welcome to my, that's an eighth note? Yep. I knew that. I think this is good. Would this be better? Or this? What did I do on the Wolfie sprite? I believe on the Wolfie sprite it was just solid color. I just have it like this. Alright, there's Teto. Should I do this? No, that's good. Alright, that is the 149th puzzle. New frame. The last puzzle. The last puzzle until I reorder stuff. Until I move the puzzles around. Alright, ideas. Things related to me. To me specifically. What if it was picross? I mean, I know Mario's Picross had a puzzle that was literally Picross. But it is really easy. It is a really easy puzzle. To just have, like, this filled in. I mean, what if it was just this? That's too boring. What would something important be? An Intellivision controller. What if it was a just the letter W? My full name and address, you can't even fit that on there. What if it was just Wolfie? Just had the text. Yeah, what if it was just a QR code? What if it was just a QR code to go to my itch page? No, that's boring. What if the last puzzle said thanks for playing? No, this is not necessarily the last puzzle. It's just the last puzzle that I'm creating. I'm gonna reorder these so that the last puzzle is actually a challenging one. QR code? No, I don't think I will include QR codes. Do you have anything related? Yes, I do have the Statue of Liberty. A cake. I do have cake. The cake is an earlier puzzle. A party popper. My phone is too scrappy to read QR codes. How is that possible? How is that even real. Do I have Wolfie fishing in a boat? We have a boat, we have fishing, we have Wolfie. They're separate things. I feel like it'd be hard to include a fishing Wolfie, given the whatever. I'd be playing this on my phone anyway, but you could, if you can screenshot the game, you could submit the, use the PNG QR code, I don't know. I just went back to the old VR chat VOD. Did I ever stream VR chat? Have I streamed VR chat? I don't know if I have. What the? What if, it's on YouTube? I have a VR chat stream? What? Have I ever? Never done VR chat. Chatting stream. There's no VR chat on here. VR fishing? No, that's not, that's a different game. That's a distinct from VR fishing. Web. You guys remember when we made Megalovania in Pico 8? Alright. Do I have a headset? I have a Quest 2 VR headset puzzle. I feel like it's not that interesting of a puzzle now, right? It's just like, it's like this. It's just like, got some sensors. A Quest to where? A Quest to Quest to is the Quest 2 fun? There's some fun games. I think, I don't know, I don't play it anymore, but there's some fun games. I turned on my piano for the first time in a year. What do you mean? You turn on the piano? You mean like a digital piano? A keyboard, perhaps? Mayhaps. What if the last puzzle was actually a single pixel in the middle of the screen? And then people are like, what? That's so easy. What the? I'm so disappointed now. Why would he put such an easy puzzle at the very end of the game? It has since not been activated since the stream where me made Megalovania. That's it. What if I add a Sans Undertale? What if it's just Sans Undertale? Whoa, guys. It's Sans Undertale. What does he look like? No, you cannot have an unsolvable puzzle. That would ruin the vibes. Everything would be ruined. What does Sans look like? That's him. That's literally Sans Undertale right here. Wow. That's him. Hey, it's me. Sans Undertale. I like Papyrus better, but they're both fun and cute. What if he was not fun? What if he actually was evil? What if Sans Undertale was evil? He hated everyone. Specifically the player. What, the last puzzle is missing? No. I don't think so. Let me check my list of ideas. my list of puzzle ideas. Microphone. A cat. A hidden cat. A cat that has been hidden because we do sometimes hidden object games. A bagel. A quesadilla. Maybe, what about a sunset? Sunsets are kind of nice. I feel like a sunset would be fitting, you know, it's like the last thing in a game. The sun is setting. Would that be too easy of a puzzle though? Oh, but what if it had dithering? Wait, what about a complex sunset with dithering here? So it's like, is it usually darker higher up there, or is it less dark? Sunset. So it's like, it was darker near the horizon, but there's also clouds. But like this one though, the top part is darker. Maybe it varies. Maybe it depends on whether there's clouds in the sky. Let's say upper part is darker. Then we can have this be a solid color. What about a supernova? Outer Wilds reference? I feel that'd be kind of hard to pick though. All right, and then we have various dithering. Would this even be an interesting puzzle? That's the question. So I believe the answer is probably no. Okay, and then this color right here. I should have put this here before I started the dithering. Right, and then you have like the brighter color down here. And then this one dithers to white. So we have this here. Oh no. What the What am I doing? What are we doing? All right, it's like this. And then you have the sun. The sun. Well, but then like, would this even be? It's like this thing being dark. But then if the sun is also light, this would not even be in the puzzle. You would not even see this in the puzzle. Maybe I have to like invert it. Maybe it starts off light. What if we had some clouds? Some clouds up there. Isn't this gonna break the engine? Yes. Unless I put clouds in there. So we had these clouds here. And then we had like maybe it's a radial dithering. Maybe the dithering is actually like it starts off like this and then bam, look at that. And then it's like this. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 things. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's another 5 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's also still fine. See, look at that. It's actually totally fine. The way that I've structured this. It's probably not that interesting of a puzzle though, because you would have so many So many of these things. Maybe I use some black. Maybe like this part is just pure black. But then it's like then it looks like it's nighttime. Wait, actually that looks alright. And then like this one, and like That actually looks kind of nice. Wow. Yes, I was gonna fix the sun like this. And then maybe like that. Maybe Okay, now the issue though is that the sun is not actually part of the puzzle, and then if we add an outline around it, it does look a bit strange. Because the sun would not have this outline around it. Maybe it's fine. What if we had like rays? We had like the light rays from the sun. No, it's fine. But then what do we do on the bottom though? Like what is gonna be down here? What if it was like so we had moon reflection. What if this one was sun reflection? The sun being reflected on the water. Wow, look at that. How do you make this look good? Like this, like that. You put some of these in there. Like this. Maybe this is fine. Does that even look like a sun? Okay, what if it was like this? What if we didn't have this? It seems difficult. It might even be impossible. It could even be literally impossible to solve. But then like now this isn't part of the puzzle, and it's like then how do you make this part of the puzzle? You have this, but then it's like that's too dark. Man. What if instead of being the sun, it was like a smile? What if the sun was just a smiling guy? A smiling friend, if you will. What if it was like a big, like, Tamagotchi creature? Smile. Smiling sun. Like this. It's okay if it doesn't have an outline. Actually, I think this is good. Look at this. I think this is fine. Perhaps. Bam. Yeah. That's a pretty good like final puzzle, right? Sunset. This could also be sunrise. Yeah, okay. New tag, sunset. Question is it solvable? Is this truly... Is it supposed to be a smiling mouth or a guy like that? I imagine it being a guy that looks like this. Rather than a smile. No? Okay, this one has got too much stuff going on here. How do I make it so there's less stuff going on? What if it was like this? And... it's like this. And then this stuff was darkened. What if it was actually like this? Does this fix anything? That does change some things. Alright, so as expected, this part is hard. This one is hard to have it be an image. But what if we added more lines? What if there was more of an outline? No, because the problem is the interior. The inside part. What if the eyes were like this? But then, like, what is that? How about only eyes and the lips are light shading? Like, would that prevent? That does prevent the issue. But the thing with that is that this thing is this. So then what do I do with this? Then it's like... then it's kind of weird, right? Then it looks a bit strange, unless it was like this. But that's also... what if he just had no mouth? What if it was just like this? There was simply no mouth. Like the Wolfie Penguin? Which one? Welcome, Old Man Diabetes. This guy? Is it Penguin? Sun Horizon. That guy above my head. I don't even know what this is. This looks like a penguin. You think this is a penguin? I don't even know what it's supposed to be. I don't even know. We literally don't even know. That's a penguin? I don't know. I don't know about that one. Looks like a goon. What? Of what? Of who? Whom? Whom even? Looks like the Spider-Man villain. Oh, what's his name? Pinhead. What's that guy's name? The wide guy. What was his name? What actually was his name? I don't even... Big Suit Man. The guy who loves the Mets. What was his name? Guy who said it's all about the Mets. Love the Mets. Spider-Man. Guy who loves the Mets. What's his name? Large guy who likes the Mets. Large man. Kingpin, that's his name. Kingpin. Of course. How could I have forgotten? The classic Spider-Man villain, Kingpin. Alright. Yeah, I think this is discernible. Although, I mean, this one kind of looks like a guy. It's like a guy with arms and legs. But wouldn't that be fun though? You're like, oh, it's a guy in a cave. It's a little guy in a cave, and he's got like arms and legs. And then it's revealed, oh shoot, it's a sunset. It's literally the sun. What if it had eyes that were like this? No. Okay, sunset. Kingpin is actually a Daredevil villain? I actually did not know that. Then why is he in the Spider-Man universe? Did he transport there from various reasons? From things? What even is Spider-Man? Who even is Spider-Man? There's many people. Daredevil is also in the Spider-Man universe, but why is he there? Why is he there? Why is the devil even there? I used to watch the Spider-Man cartoon and the Tobey Maguire movie, but that's it. I've seen that one. I've seen Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse. Villains aren't allowed to move comics. That's what I've been saying. Why are they doing it? Wow, look at that. Most of Marvel takes place in New York City? But they could be different New York cities. They don't have to be the same New York City. It could be legally distinct. Alright. Look at this guy. Is it too noisy? Is there too much noise in this image? Can you discern that this is a sunset? I feel like maybe this is a bit noisy. How did the moon reflection do it? The moon reflection, which was definitely around here. It was definitely one of these. This one. Do I need more like 1 by 1 pixels? Do I perhaps not have these? Maybe it's not this. Maybe I remove one of these. Nah, whatever. It's fine. Probably fine. Alright, we have all of our puzzles. That's right, all 150 puzzles in the game. And now I'm like, what do I do? What do I even do? Besides all those things I said I would do. I guess that's... It does look like a guy with a hat, like a Sanrio character with like a hat of some kind. A mushroom. It looks like a guy with a mushroom hat, perhaps. I wonder if this was like this. What if this was more like that? What if we had some trees? What if there was like a tree right here? What if there was a person? What if there was a person right here. But how can you tell that it's a person? That's the thing, you can't. You can't even tell that it's a person because there's no detail. What if no, that's good. We're fine. It's fine. Everything is fine and good. Perfectly good. All right, now what? Now what do we do? We should commit this. Add puzzles. Casa ne Teto and Sunset. Push to origin. All right. Well, do I want to implement things on this stream? Things that I still need to add to the game. Settings menu. Way to reset save data. A tutorial. Do I want to add a tutorial? Is that a thing that I want to add? I feel like it's like hard to explain like this stuff, you know? Contradictions. Mercury? What? What is this? If there's a box in a row that's the same distance from the border, the first cell will be a space. It's because the first clue would not fit to the left of the box. It will have to spread through that box, leaving the first cell behind. The box is a block of more boxes to the right. There'll be more spaces. What? I mean, like, I understand this intuitively, but like, what about this Mercury? Strange. Very strange. Joining and splitting. Glue. This is edge struts. 5. This gotta be better. Forcing. Glue. Yulg. Simple spaces. It consists of determining spaces by searching for cells. Simple boxes. This is the foundational strat of nonograms. What if I spend the rest of the stream solving puzzles? I could try to solve the ones that I think are edge strats, or not edge strats. Puzzles that I think require contradictions, and then we can see whether they do actually require contradictions. Or whether I just missed something. What the plague, my own game? That's crazy. Playtesting, I've been doing that off stream though. Alright, so let's see. Burger. Parrot. Let's check the parrot one. Parrot is puzzle number... I wish there was a way to search tags on Asprite. I don't think there is. Oh, I think camera also required edge strats. Camera. Wait, I can check the build files. Basil build. Assets puzzle. Asset/tiles puzzle. And we can check puzzle.h. Welcome Capital Yak. Alright, so we have Parrot. Parrot is frame number 113, which is actually puzzle 114. No, yes, 114. Okay, let's try 114. Can you add a 151 puzzle where you have to go underneath a truck? No, I don't want to. What am I doing? I am making a game. It's a picross game for the Game Boy. And now I'm playing my own game. Alright, so this is the parrot puzzle. Spoilers, it's a parrot. We gotta figure out whether this actually requires contradictions. Got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like Minesweeper. It is different, but similar in that it has numbers and grids. But it's its own thing. It's a separate thing entirely. Alright, we got 3 here. We got 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It goes this way. We got 2 and the 6. So this must be part of the 6, because like, you know, it can't be here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it could be there. It could connect. It might not connect. That's the thing. It could or could not connect. And then the 4 is here. This one's got to be a 3, obviously. What language? C is the C programming language. Okay, and also this can't be here. And you have the 4. 3. So it's your mistake on 6th row. 6th row from 6th row from left or 6th column from left. Yeah, okay, so it would be this. True. Can I restart? Let me restart. Let me restart this. I never learn numbers. No. Then how can you even count? How does he even count? Alright, so this 7 has gotta be... It's gotta not be in these ones. It's gotta go there. It's gotta have 5 across. And then what? Then where did they go from here? We got the 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one's gotta be there. We got the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, how did I get the... Oh, we have the 1, 6, 2, 1 up here. So that's got to be a 1. Got 1, 2 is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one's got to be there. That's got to be there. That's got to be the 3, obviously. And this has to be part of the 6, so it can't be here. And this has got to be part of the 5, so the 4 can't be here. And this has got to go across. And then given all of this information, then what? 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What about 1, 2, 4? Is that anything? 1, 2. That's nothing. That's literally nothing. What about 2, 2, 5? 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's there. So that must be part of the 9. Which means that this can't be... Oh, that's how I got that. It's because that can't be there. So then this thing must be at least 2. It could be 6, it could be 2. But then if this is part of the 6... 3, 4, 5, 6... It has to be part of this one. Because otherwise... Something. And then this 3 is there, and this 2 is here. That's got to be the 5. The 4 must go up here. The other 4 is here. This has got to be the 3. That's a 3. Then we know this has got to be this. And this 2 is done. And so is the 1. And this must also be a 1. And then given that, this has got to be part of the 2. The 6 goes up that way. 5 can't be there. And then what? That's got to be the 3. And then this 4 has got to be here, right? It has to be there. 3, 3, 2, 6, 3. So this 3 has to go this way, given that it can't connect here, because that would be part of the 6. So it's got to be there. This one's got to be part of the 6. And that's a 2. And then what? And then what? Then you can't have the 2 here. You can't have the 2 here. And the 4 must be here. And those are not there. This can't be there. This can't be there. That can't be there. Then what? Isn't this fun? Doesn't this bring back fun memories of playing Picross on this stream specifically? On this channel, I mean, not this specific. I guess it would be this stream. We are playing it on this stream. So this has got to be part of the 2, so it can't be there. That's got to be there. This one then has to be there. It's got to be part of this one. The 4 is done. This has got to be a 2. Stuff on left. Yeah, but first I have to... There's so much stuff up here that I could do. So 3... That can't be there. Can't be there. It's gotta go this way. This one, and then the 9 goes up here. Then the 7 must go this way. That's a 3. 6 goes down. Goes there. This has to not be there. That's a 3. That's a 2. And this one must also be a 2. And this is it's a 3. That's done. This one, it's a 4. That's a 4. That's a 4. It's gotta be a 2. And that's a 2. That's also a 2 right there. That as well is a 2. Then you got this like this staircase pattern. It's got to go across there, and that's got to be the 4. Got the 2. You got the 1. That's a 2. It's a 1. Okay, maybe this doesn't need contradiction strats. Why did I think this needed contradiction strats? This can't be here. This one also can't be here. It can't be there. It's got to be there. 2, 2, 5, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so it did not require contradiction strats. Parrot did not. This took only 5 minutes. It took 5:16. I've been playing Mario Picross on Game Boy. This looks so much nicer and controls look snappier. Yeah, I tried playing Mario's Picross again, and I feel like it eats so many of your inputs. Also, the fact that every time you like press down, you gotta wait for the animation. It's actually quite annoying to play. Oh, there's Parrot. Parrot took 5:16. Did not require contradictions. Okay, next one that I think requires contradictions. Camera. Camera. Well, if he confirmed better at making games than Mario, Mario didn't make that game. Mario would never make a game. Okay, this is puzzle number 66. This one. Okay, so camera. Camera, when I solved it, it was pretty hard. If he didn't make that game, why is his name on it? Because he steals things from people. It's actually messed up that he takes credit for other people's creation. I can't believe Mario would do that. That Mario, he would never make his own game. He doesn't even know. You know who makes games? Wario. Wario has his own games. Mario, he doesn't. He actually is messed up. A messed up individual. Also, I think I marked this wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, this is wrong. Why did I do this? Let me give up. Let me restart this. Wario made it? No. So that's there. This is here. Everyone, it is Christmas once again. You thought Christmas was over. It's not. Wario Land? Yeah, Wario Land was good. What a good series of games. It's gotta be here. Yeah, this is part of the 8. The 4. You got the 7, 2, and the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's gotta be here. This then cannot be here. That's 7. This one's gotta be a 1. What else? What else do we have here? 3, 1, 6. That's gotta be something, right? 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's there. 2, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's gotta be there. And then there's gotta be a 4 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's there. This one's gotta be the 6. So it can't be that. Then what? 1, 1, 2, 3. That's gotta be the 3. 7 has to go across this way. And 9 can't be there. Can't be in any of these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's gotta be the 4. These have got to be the 4. Those are not there. It's gotta be a 1. And then what? And then what? What even could this be? The 1. The 7. So that can't be there. Then what? Gotta be something. Oh, okay, so this must be the 3. So this can't be here because the 3 has to be this way. And then if that's the 3, then hold on, this is a 2. 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5 must go. No, it doesn't have to go this way. Does it? It does. It does have to go this way. It must go this way. But then what? And then the 2, the other 2, and the 1, 3, 1, 4. And I believe this may be where I started using contradiction strats when I was solving this off stream. Is there a way to not use contradiction strats here? So this has to be part of the 8, right? The 8 goes there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the 4 must go this way. And then what? 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that can't be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 2 is there. The 9 can't go down this way. The 3 is done, so the 8 must go down. That's gotta be the 2. Then we know this can't be here. Got the 4, the 8 has to go this way. Okay, Twitch is running ads. So I will drink some water. Some water, if you will. All right. What else do we do here? We got the 3, the other 3, the 4. Related to SA, what is S? SW? I don't know what you're talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's got to be there. This one's got to be the 1. So these can't be here. The 9 then must go down here, right? Is that 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then this can't be here. You got the 4, you got the 8's got to go up here. That's got to be a 2. That's not there. This one's got to be a 1. Then what? And then what? What even could this possibly indicate? 7 goes there. This 2 goes there. This 2 is here. It's a 3. That's a 3. That's a 2 right there. Then do I now have to use contradiction strats? Is there anything else? Anything else that could be done here? 2, 1, 5. Oh wait, this is the 5, so we know that this can't be here. Does that help? Does that even help? 4, 1, 1. The 1, 1 is real. Like the obvious thing for me to do is to use contradictions. I don't know if that's the play. Because I'm trying to be here to prove whether or not it needs contradictions. And obviously I could start contradicting. But should I? What would you do if you were playing this game right now? Okay, what about this 3 and the 4? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not anything. That's literally not even anything. The 2, 1, 3, 1. 1, 3. 1, 2. 2, 3. 2, 1. 2, 1, 3. 1. 4, 1, 1. Always do contradictions even when they're not required. Yeah, but like I want to make sure that whether this needs contradiction. That's my thing, because I'm making a game. I know that I can do contradictions. But is someone required to do one to solve this? That's the reason. That's the purpose, okay? You gotta understand. We're playtesting with a purpose. Not a porpoise, but a purpose. A porpoise probably wouldn't even know how to play this game. A porpoise would not even understand the concept of a video game. The rules of picross. It would just be pressing things randomly. It would not even know. Would literally not even comprehend. It doesn't even know. I don't think there's another move here. I think it has to be contradictions. I don't see anything I'm missing. 3, 1, 3. 4, 1, 1. 2, 1, 5. 2, 1, 1. 2, 8. 3, 1, 2. 4, 1, 3. 4, 1, 3, 1. 4, 1, 4, 2. Check it out. 2. 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, 4, 3, 1, 3. I think it has to be, it has to be contradiction strats. Which is fine, but like, you know, you ideally don't want every second row. Oh, you're so right. But I feel like that doesn't help that much. Or does it? I feel like other way. True. Okay, true, true. It does help with this. Then we know that the 3 must be in here. And this must be a 1. And this, okay, so that did actually help quite a bit. Glad that you saw that. So this has gotta go up. It's gotta be there. 3 must be there. This can't be there. 7 could not be here. The 4 could not be there. And then 7 has to go down. And this can't be there. And then 9 must not be in these ones. It's got to be the 2 right there. 7's got to go this way. That's a 2 right there. That's a 3. That's a 2. 3 cannot be here. 3 must go across. And now this is done. Then now that this is done, the 4 must go this way. 7, that's already a 7. 3 goes here. And then what? Then the 2 cannot fit here. 2 must go up here. That's a 1. That's a 2. That's a 4. That's a 7. That is a 9. I got the 1 right there. And that's a 1. And then what? Then you gotta have the 1 here. 3 goes here. 4, 1, 1. That's done. 3 has got to go across. 5 is not here. That can't be the 2. This has got to be a 2. So this must be part of the 3. But what does that say? We know this has got to be a 1. It goes there. The 2 can't be there. 2 can't be there. 3, 1, 2. This one must be there. Welcome, Liquid Cake. Today's Wolfie illustration's wild. It's true. It's true. But that's a 1. That's a 1. That one, these are all salt. That's gotta be a 2. 1, 1, 3, 1. 4, 3, 1. So this has gotta be here. It's gotta be a 3. And then this one cannot be there. It's gotta be there. And then it can't be here. Then it must be here. Okay, so it doesn't require contradiction strats. That's good. That's good to confirm. Does not require contradiction strats. Camera took 12:14, but it could have taken less if I had noticed that one thing right there. Doesn't. All right, that's good. So really, what else do we have? We have Taco. Taco requires contradiction strats as far as I'm aware. Musical keyboard. Keyboard. The keyboard required several contradictions. At least when I did. What about Pocket Watch? Can we try Pocket Watch? Puzzle 78. 78. Okay, start off with the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Goes there. You got 3, 9. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's gotta be there. Then you got the 3. It's there. Then you got the 12. You should have started with the 12. That's the large number. You gotta start with the large number. That's there. The 8 has to be here. These are all 2s, so they can't be in these. This one right here is a 6. That's a 3. That's a 3. That's a 4 right there. 2 can't be there. None of these can be there. They literally cannot be there because this is a 3. And that's a 3. These are all 2s. That's fine. The 8 has to go down because of this. This thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's there. And then this 9. Of course, this 9 is right there. This 3 can't be there. The 5's gotta go this way. And then what? That's a 2. And then there's a 3 down here. This can't be there. So the 3 must be up here. So that must be 12. We all know that must be the 12. And that's gotta be a 4, perhaps. That seems wrong. Why does that seem wrong? Maybe it's not wrong. Maybe it just looks wrong. Because I just don't understand. 2, got the 2s over there. That's gotta be a 2. So this must be the one. It's there. This one's there. And it's got to be connected. Just like Tetris effect, it's all connected. Everyone is always saying this. It's all connected. Now this is the 5. We all know this. We all are aware. It's gotta be, and then the 5 is gotta be there. That's gotta be the 3. Everyone, it's gotta be the 3. There's no Tetris puzzle. Wait, I think I did something wrong. This can't be right. I think this thing up here is wrong. That's wrong. All this stuff up here is wrong. You know, these can't be here. Should I just start over? Hold on. Because, like, then I don't know. Because, like, what if I got something by accident and it does require contradictions? Do I want to start over? Do I really want to start over? Because I assumed some things incorrectly. I don't know. I would start over. Okay. Let's use my favorite color scheme. Color scheme number 9. Got 4, so the 2s can't be up here. Got 3 in the 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Welcome, Nutritious. Orange sickle theme. It's true, it's true. 3 has got to be up here. 1, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's up there. This stuff can't be there. This 3. We got the 5 on this side. And then, okay, so this 9 goes here. And then this 8 goes here. And then 3, 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 6, 3. This 6 has got to go this way. That can't be there. And then the 3 can't go up this way. So the 8 has to go down. This 3 also has to go down. And it also can't be here because this is a 3. So cross that off. Then what? And then 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 1, 3, 9, 3, 3. Oh, okay. So this is a 2, so it can't be this one. And then I did something up here that made me think that 3 couldn't be. No, I did something down here that said that 3 couldn't be down here. But that could have been wrong. That part could have been incorrect. Now what? Now the 2, the 4, the 3, the 3, 2, the 3, 9. What would you do here? What would you do in this situation? 12, 3, 9, 6. Oh, the 3, right? This 3 has to be here, so that can't be it. So then this 3 cannot be there. This 9 has got to be connected. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's got to be there. And then these can't be there. And then this has got to go up by 2. And then this 3 means that this 3 must be up here. That's a 2. The 3 must go up. This can't be here. It's got to be the 1. This goes here. It's got to be part of the 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this can't be there. Got the 3, we got the 2, and then the 5's got to go across this way. The 3 can't be there. 2 can't be there. The 5 must be here. Check 5th column from the right Oh no, 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 not again. 5, 3, 2. So I did something wrong here. Yes, the bottom. Well, I do know inherently that the bottom one has to be this. But why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This has got to be there. 3 is there. It's a 2. That's there. Oh no. Okay. It's gotta be a 3. Gotta have a 3 that's going up. That's a 3. That's an 8. The 12. This 12 is done. This 3 can't be there. This 3's gotta go across. And then the 4 must be here. These can't be there. That's gotta be the 3. It's gotta be the 4. That's gotta be the 5. 3's gotta be there. 3's gotta be here. 3 is there. 3 can't be there. 3, the 2's have gotta be there. Got this one. That one. This one. That one. And then the 2 is there. The 2 is there. The 4 is there. That's also a 2. This thing also being a 2 tells you that it cannot be in these ones. This one's done. I got 4, 1, 2, 3, 2. This one's done. 3, 5. That's done. This is done. That one's done. That one's done. This one is here. That one's there. And then I believe the last thing is... No, it's not there. It's got to be this. Okay, so it did not require contradictions. However, I did also do something wrong. So we can't necessarily know for sure that I might have to do this again. 557 maybe doesn't. Maybe doesn't require contradictions. So I want to do that again. So do I restart this? Maybe I do this again off stream. All right, next one. I noticed the mistake immediately as you made it, but did I make any other marks that were incorrect? It does not. Okay. All right, and then okay, let's do taco. Taco. I can't search taco. Taco is frame 105. Taco. And you're like, what taco? Is that that's a squid? That's not a squid. That's an octopus. I said the wrong thing. He said the wrong thing, guys. 1, 2, 7. 7 is there. It's gotta be the 1. The 1s. What if we did a different color scheme? What if we did... Oh, this is a nice color scheme. 2. Can't be there. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2. 1. 6. There. 4 can't be there. 1, 2, 7. 2, 7. 2, 7. 2, 7. They're always saying that. 2, 7. That's the new hit meme. You can't get the kids to stop saying 2, 7. It's so funny. That was not a joke. That was real. That was real and true. As opposed to real and false. As opposed to fake and real. Alright, what do I do here? 2, 5. That's nothing. What about 1, 2, 6? That's nothing. What about 1, 1, 2? What about the 7? What do I do? Well, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 3. 1, 2, 1, 1. See, I believe this may be where I was like, I gotta do contradiction strats, because I don't know what to do now. What do I even do? How do you even do this? There's so many small numbers in this one. 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 3, 4. 1, 3. That's nothing. That's not even anything. That's literally not even a thing. Jingle bells. These jingle bells. This one might require contradiction strats. Unless there's something obvious. There's gotta be something. 5th column from... Oh, right, that's a huge number. How did I miss that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How did I not even notice that? I can't even believe it. Okay, but then how does that help further? 3, 1, 2. This could still be the 3. This could still be part of the 2. It could be this way. This could even be the 2. And column goes, what? True, true. But now what? But now what do we do? 1, 3, 4. 2, 2, 1, 3. 3, 1, 2. 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That does not connect. Do we need contradiction strategies? 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. 4th column from left. Oh, I would not have thought about that because the numbers are pretty small. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Otherwise, the 1 goes here, the 2. No, you're right. It does actually go there. True, true. This is quite the complex puzzle. And then what? And then 1, 1, 1. So the 3 must be here, and this must be the 2. Then this must be the 5. The 5 must go this way. I think that's what I was missing. That could be the thing that makes this very much solvable. This 1 can't be there. The 5's gotta be here. The 2's gotta be there. This has gotta be the 3. It's gotta be the 6. The 2 is there. The 1 is there. 2 is there. 3 is here. 2. That's here. This is here. 6. And then 1, 2, 1. It's here. This one's gotta be a 4. It's a 2. That's a 1. That's a 1. This is a 3. That's a 2. That's not there. How are you so good? Is this actually good though? Simply from having played many hours of it. 2, 2, 1, 3. 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1. The 1, 1 is real. Last column. Oh no! Oh, it was supposed to. It should have gone up another one. Good catch. Good catch. Now what? 1, 2. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 1. Oh, okay. This one's gotta go this way. And then what? And then A very real chance that Niffen does not take into account contradiction strats. Maybe they're all solvable without contradiction strats. Maybe I was just a fool and I just didn't think about it. And I just didn't even consider things. Looking through the source code, there's a readme saying it does not go through all ways to solve the puzzle. Okay, so maybe it just uses the basic strats. The source code being Python code, the source code is based on. I actually did look through the JavaScript code that it uses. It's a lot simpler than I thought it would be. I thought there would be a lot of things, but there's a few things. Many things, but few things. But not even many. Alright, so we got this one. That is 3 1s. This is done. 2 2 1. That's gotta be there. 1 2. This has gotta be there. It's done. This is here. That's there. 1 1 1 2. This one's there. Okay, so this one also. Wait, something's. Oh no, this has to be here. Okay, it's there. This is done. All right, so it also doesn't require strats. Maybe none of them require contradiction strats. Okay, so Taco doesn't. It took 747. That's a plane. That is an aeroplane. Wow. All right. The next one is the musical keyboard. Musical aeroplane. It is puzzle number 93. 93. 2 7. 2 7. There's 7 right there. 5 2 2. So 2 right there. The 5 goes up this way. 7 goes this way. This has gotta be part of the 6. Cross that off. What else? We got 5 2 2. 2 2 5. 5 is there. It's gotta be part of the 7, so it can't be there. Then this can't be there. We got this one. Got the 3s. It's done. This one's gotta be. It's gotta be a 2. It literally has to be. It's gotta be the 5, so it can't be there. It's gotta be the 4, so it can't be there. This one's gotta go up. That's a 1. That's a 5, and this is a 3, and that's a 2, and the other 2 goes this way. And this is a 3, that's a 3, that's a 4 right there. That's a 2, that's a 1, that is a 2. Everyone, that right there is a 2. And that's a 6. And it's a 5. Got the 7 going this way. 5 is right there. The 6 can't be there. And also this is a 1, so that's crossed off. That's there. 6 has to go up this way. And this is a 7. So it must be there. Let's try a different color scheme. What about the Halloween color scheme? Nonograms are NP complete. That is true. It does say that on the Wikipedia article. The 5 is there. The 5 is here. The 5 goes across. This is here, and that's gotta be a 2. This one. Can't be there. That's a 4. It's a 2 right there. 5 is done. That's a 5. You need backtracking to solve contradictions. Can I see an if and do that at a 2-minute glance? Well, what if it did? What if it simply did? Shrimply. Can you add 1 extra pixel to this so the first 2 hints are 6, 7? No, I cannot. That would ruin the structural integrity of the puzzle. Can't believe you would even suggest such a thing. Alright, so these can't be here. We got 3's gotta be there. This can't be there. This one's here. That's here. And then this is a 2. And that's a 2. And that is not there. And then 5, 2, 2, 2, 5. 2. This one is now done. This also looks wrong. Something about no, this okay. That looks fine now. part of that looked wrong, but now it looks correct. Okay, so this must be a 2. That's gotta be the 2. 2 cannot be there. This one is here. This one goes here. That's there. This is here. And it goes up. And then the last one. Okay, so it also doesn't. Okay, I'm guessing all of these, none of these require contradictions. 403 doesn't. It took 403. Okay. Wow, get that. All right, next one. I'm gonna do the sketchbook one because that one took me like 20-something minutes when I played it off stream. I'm gonna do it now just to make sure that I have time to complete it. Sketchbook is frame 1. Is it number 109? Yes, number 109. All right. This one could also be really easy. Maybe I just missed something obvious. If you're inclined to use it, then the puzzles are definitely harder. Maybe. 2, 1. Wait, let's do 3, 7 first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Goes this way. 1 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not it. 2, 4, 1, 2. Got 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's it. This one's got to be a 1. 4, 1, 2. There's a 2 here and there's a 1 here. The 4 must be up here then. The 5 must go across. This one's got to be that 2. The 4 has to be here. This one must be the 1 because you can't possibly have a 1 and a 6 up here. So then the 6 has to be down here. It's there. And then let's try this 1, 4, 1, 2. 2 is here. 1 is there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3. No, that's not even anything. Will this game be getting a speedrun.com category? I feel like picross games, it doesn't really make sense for them to have a speedrun category. Like, I know that they do. Some of the official ones do, but it's like, kind of feels like pointless because like you're just memorizing the solutions at that point. And I don't think it's logical. It's not really what picross is about. Okay, we got the 2. What else do we have here? The 8. This one has to be connected. This can't be here. These can't be there. There's 2, so it can't be there. 1, 6, 3. This is a 3, so it can't be up here. And this one must be the 1. 1, 4, 4, 1, 2. This one's got to be a 4. This one's got to be a 3. That's a 1. This one, it could be the 4 or it could be the 1. It'd be more fun if puzzle order was randomized. True. Actually true. Speedrunning randomized things. I think this one has to be the 1, because you can't fit a 1 and a 4 in here. And this goes down here. You can't have this go this way. And these also can't be here. And the 5 must be here. It's there. The 8 has to go all the way across. Let's change the color scheme. Welcome, Oregon. Yes, it is in fact picross. It is my picross game that I made. Alright, 6 has to go this way. 2 is not there. 3, this has got to be the 3. Is changing the color cheating? Nope. Nope. 7, 5 has to go here. It's the 2. It's another 2. The 4 must go up. 1s are here. 3's got to be there. Then this has to be the 1. That's not there. This has got to be a 2. 4, 1, 2. So this 4 must be this one, and the 3's can't be there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. This 4 must be here. This one's gotta be a 4. And it's gotta be a 1. The 4 must go up. And this is a 4. And then that's gotta be the 1. Wait, no, that's wrong. There has to be nothing here. Then this is a 1. And then this is not there. And then this one has to be here. And then this one is a 3. 4 goes across. 4 goes up. That is a 1. The 4 has to be here. 2, 1, 4. 2, 1, 4. It's a 2. And this is a 4, so it can't be here. It's got to go this way. And that's a 2. These are both 2s. It's not there. This is a 4. Welcome, Dopamine. Is Wolf Cross ready? Almost. It's almost done. I mean, I finished all the levels. Okay, so that's not there. Then what? Then you have... Then what do I have? Then what do I even have? 1, 2, 3. This one's got to be here. The 3 then must be here. And this must be a 1. It's got to go across. Features, it has features. It has so many features. Got to be here. You got the 5 and the 1. You got the 3. That's one. Okay, so it did not require. Oh, wow, this took me 20 minutes the other time. So this one, okay, so this one, sketchbook, I had in parentheses, really hard. It's actually not. 614. Actually, really easy. Do I have box art and cart label art? I don't. I need to do that. And if I do plan on selling this as a real cartridge, I would need an instruction booklet. Okay, so let's see. To do box art and cart label art. Alright, sketchbook, pretty easy. So I'm gonna assume all of these can be solvable without contradiction strats based on prior experience. Okay, the next one is the Ace of Hearts. The Ace of Hearts is puzzle number 82. Puzzle number 82. Alright. Cross this off. Cross that off. And then we got 1, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. It's gotta be a 1. 4, 1, 2. 4, 2. The 4 has to be up here. And this must be a 1. This must be a 2. The 4 can't fit there. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gotta be there. The 6 can't be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one has to go this way. It's gotta be the 4. It's gotta be a 1. 7 can't go there. 6 has to go across. Has to go picross even. Let's change the color. Let's do this color. 2, got 1, 4, it's gotta be there. These are both 1s. Niffin's site references Kyle Molka's Python solver. Third guy looked at all solvers, specifically stated that the solver is very incomplete. Wait, there's a survey of solvable? Whoa, I should take note of this. Alright, so if it's very complete, it means that none of these require contradictions. That's good. Well, that's fine. Perhaps even disappointing. But at least it's approachable for new players. And to think I was going to put a note that like it requires, some of these puzzles require contradictions, but they don't. None of them do. Welcome, Michael. Hello. Hello, Michael. How are you doing? Welcome, Extraneous Jedi as well. And Classic Carabao. Backseat drivers. It was a collab. Drunk driving in the car. Is that allowed? Can't do that. You can't be doing that. Welcome, Cowfriend, Pumpful. You'll get banned from Twitch. This guy's promoting drunk driving. Unbelievable. Welcome everyone. I'm playing some levels from my picross game. All the levels are done. That's right, everything is done level-wise. There's still some quality of life things I need to change. But now we're playing some puzzles. Thank you, Nanolaser, for gifting a sub to Calfriend. Drunk driving is illegal. It's true. Alright, so I'm finishing the game. It's not done yet, though. There's still some things. But the main core gameplay, the level design, that stuff is done. Okay, so this one also doesn't require contradiction strats. So I think it's safe to say that none of them do. Literally none of them. Do you see Germa played Sweet Cross? I did not, but I do know that he is a fan of Picross. What if Germa plays my game? I doubt he would, but what if he did? Wouldn't that be cool? He loves Sweet Cross. I thought it was good. I played the demo, had a good time with it. The demo was really comprehensive. Alright, so this one was also pretty easy. 319. Ace of Hearts. 319. Of course, it's my pleasure to contribute toward the stream and gift a friend. Thank you, thank you. Add a Germa puzzle. It's too late. It's too late. Alright, and then I think the last puzzle that I thought required contradiction strats. No, okay, this one doesn't require contradiction strats. It's just a bit weird. It's like a little bit weird. There's a 10 by 10 burger puzzle. Burger. Let's see, which one was the burger one? At the very end, at the very like last two tiles or last two dots you need to put down, there's like a little bit of uncertainty. Puzzle number 13. Got the 6. Over there. Get the 8 going this way. Let's change the color. What's a more... Let's do this color. This one, it's food themed. We got some food themed color schemes here. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 2. It's got to be a 1. It's going to be on itch or something. Yep, it will be on itch.io for free with optional donation. In case you wanted to buy it, if you wanted to give me money, but that's optional. You could totally not pay for it. A 2 right there. It's got to be a 4, and then 1, 6, 1. Am I checking for something? No, I was mostly just confirming that the levels were solvable without contradictions. And apparently they all are. So that's good. This can't be there. We got the... It's got to be the 2 right there. The 4 must be here. These are 2s are done. That's done. This has got to be a 2. Do you mind if people put it in their EverDrive? Can that play Game Boy games? Is that a thing? 4. See, okay, so this is the part of the puzzle that's a bit confusing. The only things you have left are the 1. You have the 1, 1 up here. These ones up here. These ones. It's obviously this, right? But you have to do like some somewhat contradiction strat. It's not really contradiction strats, but you have to be like, okay, well, could this be here? And then you're like, no, it can't, because then this would not be. You would not have 2 1s next to each other. And then it also can't be this, because then you can't have 2 1s here. So therefore it has to be this. But like, is this really anything though? Is this unavoidable? Is there any like reason? Because I feel like people, when they see this, they'd be like, what the heck? There's multiple options, but then they try the other options and then they're like, it's not possible. Maybe I should make this the last 10 by 10, just to throw people off. I guess not to throw people off, but like, you know, because then they would expect it to be harder than the usual one. But I mean, you know, they could try some things. But what if someone tries this at first and then they're like, wait, you have to guess? I can't believe you have to guess. But you don't guess. You just happen to guess correctly. You do kind of have to guess though. But like, why is that Niffin's nonogram solver knows that this is solvable? Does this not require backtracking? Am I missing something? Is this not backtrack required? Because like, to me, it looks like it does require some backtracking if you made the wrong guess. But then, you know, the backtracking is late enough in the puzzle that it's not really like that big of a deal. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's good actually. But why is it solvable by Niffin's? This isn't contradiction strats. Yeah, like what is this? Like, is it not contradiction strats though? Like, don't you need to like guess something and then be like, that doesn't work? Like, how would you know that it's this? Does Wikipedia have like a name for this? As it is, just guess and check. There's a chance it's guess and check. They guess correctly. Yes. It's like, you know, you're like, oh, well, I don't know. It could be this. And then they just go from there and then it's true. But what if it wasn't true? What if it was, you know, what if it, I don't know. Do they have a name for this? Simple spaces forcing. Space placed somewhere in the middle. Glue. Joining and splitting. Mercury. Yeah, whatever. This is probably fine. Probably, I mean, I could adjust it slightly just to make this not happen, but like, it's not that big a deal. But then what if they do this and then they're like, wait, oh no, because we know this one as an early puzzle in the game is non-obvious, then maybe they'll think that they need to use contradiction strats in the other ones. And then they're like, wow, this game is actually kind of hard. Because then they just use all the contradiction strats. What if I adjusted this? What if I changed this? What would I change? What if I added something? Welcome Brains up. Fishing. Yo, he is fishing. I don't think it needs change. But wouldn't it throw everyone off though? You could also not adjust it. Because I also feel like in all the picross games I've played, I've never encountered something like this. It's weird that I made it by accident, right? Like, you usually don't see this kind of stuff in, like, was it Jupiter's games? You could also not adjust it, make 10 challenge levels, but this isn't challenging enough to be a challenge level. Anyway, here's the burger. Bam. Lemon burger. I faintly recall you did see this in Mario's Picross. Maybe I use contradiction strats. Or some other thing. Or maybe I just guessed wrong. Anyway. There's this. And that's it. That's the game. It was before I used contradictions? Okay. Well, I think I'm just gonna make this the last 10 by 10. I'll just like swap it with whatever this thing is. What is this thing? Shrimp. Oh no, I can't swap this one. Because shrimp is next to fried rice. You can't split them up. Okay, what if I what if I just keep it? No, this is so early on though. This can't be the third 10 by 10 puzzle. It has to be at least like maybe after maybe I swap it with this one. What is this one? Jelly donut. Maybe I swap that in jelly donut. But everything else though I think is fine. I can keep all the other ones where they are. I will solve these two that I added today off stream. Just to confirm how long it takes. The onigiri, no, it's a jelly donut. It's a different thing entirely. Alright, well, that's it. That's it for the stream. Is it a 50-hour long game? I don't know how long it took me total. It's at least 5 hours, I think. I think I've played this for at least maybe like 10 hours total. I don't know, it's been a while. I feel like the average level takes 5 minutes. So if you have 150 times 5 minutes. What the heck? What how many hours is that? Thank you for a pleasant stream as always. Have nice pleasant rest. Thank you. It is time to end the stream. 150 times 5. Why doesn't it calculate it for me? I have to like type stuff in. 150. Imagine knowing how to use math. What's 150 times 5? And that is 750. 750. That's like slightly over 10 hours. 12.5 hours, yeah, that sounds about right. That's a good length of time for a game. But anyway, that's it. Let us see who is streaming. Let us raid someone. Alright, what are some days? Bobblehead Day, Pass Gas Day, Tempura Day. I Am a Mentor Day, Pass Gas Day. Orthodox Christmas Day, Old Rock Day. I like National Tempura Day. National Tempura Day. Do they have, is there like a shrimp tempura emoji? Fried shrimp emoji. We do have a fried shrimp in our game. Shrimp fried rice. Okay, Wolf is eat, and then fried shrimp. Is this a new emoji? When I paste it in the chat, it doesn't show up. No, it does. I just copied it wrong. Alright, who's streaming? Twitch.tv. Let's see. A bunch of people. Who is streaming? Hamflow? You're telling me Hamflow? What do you mean Hamflow streaming? What the frick, Hamflow streaming? He never streams. I gotta rate Hamflow. He's on his starting soon screen. He'll be forced to acknowledge you. He might even still be here, listening to this stream. Anyway. Thanks for watching. I will return on Friday with something or other. I feel like it probably would not make much sense to continue streaming the development of this game, considering it's just like a bunch of minor things, just a bunch of minor quality of life stuff that I need to add. So this might be the last stream of this game. I don't know what I'm doing on Friday. Maybe I can start a new game. Maybe I can, I don't know. Maybe I do some random games. And by random games, I mean make some, like that one time when I didn't know what kind of games I wanted to make and I just made a bunch of random ones. I could have one of those, maybe. Maybe I can make a Sokoban game. What's the name of the game? Wolfie's Nonograms. True, I could also at some point play Outer Wilds DLC, but I don't know. I think I'll wait a little bit. Persona, I will not play Persona. Thank you. It's not out yet though, but you can look forward to Wolfie's Notograms at some point in the next sometime. Okay, that's it. Goodbye.